Hello! Hello, how's it going? Hi, Rolf, welcome to the stream. How have you been? I hope you're doing well. I love you very much. How's it going? Anything new? I had to get up at 10:30 a.m. today. Because, I went with my family to go get the COVID booster shot. That they've just... I went to go get that. So I just got that about 2 hours ago, I think, at this point. I haven't really been having any symptoms. Hopefully that'll stay that way. But so that happened. But so basically I had probably 3 hours of sleep last night. Let's go. Yeah. Makes sense, Rolf. Sense. How's that been going, by the way? Because I know since you just started it might be a bit overwhelming. So drinking some Tim Hortons, what's it called? Vanilla cream, I think it is? Vanilla cream cold brew. That's what I'm drinking. But yeah, I've also been stressing about work, Rolf. I am maybe quitting. I sent out a letter of resignation not too long ago, but I'm waiting to see, because basically they offered to put me on senior, but I want to see how much money that gives. If it's a good substantial amount, then I'll stay, but otherwise I'm still probably it was going well at first, but then I hit a snag and lost my momentum, hoping to get back into it properly. I mean, yeah, that's kind of how it is, though, you know, where you have, especially when it comes to arts jobs. I feel like arts jobs, you know, you either have your creative juices or you don't, you know? And there can be times where you just kind of feel like your brain is just not in it that day. And sometimes it's good just to take a break. And I mean, that's part of the problem, you know, where it's I would still be writing the same articles, and I still don't really want to do it anymore. But at the same time, I do need the money. Part of the reason I'm leaving is not just because of the job itself, but because it doesn't pay much. If it paid more, I probably would still stick with it, regardless. Because every job has its problem. Better to go with the evil you know than to try and deal with the evil you don't know. You know, that sort of thing. But yeah, but that's why I'm saying if it's not a substantial amount of money, it has to be pretty big of a increase in money for me to consider it. If not, then I'm still leaving. So there's a very high chance I'm still leaving. And I'll be looking for jobs elsewhere. As I said, I'm still hoping for this Microsoft job because I think that'll be a good opportunity. But yeah, I believe in you, Rolf. You got this. Sometimes you hit little snags here and there, but it's pretty normal for the creative process, I think. Even, like, for me, like, I'm a good writer and whatnot, but even I struggle from time to time to know what to write. It's basically just, like, general writing job, for the most part. Like, basically, people will be like, oh, English is such a narrow field, like, who needs English writers? And it's like, well, technically every job needs writers, you know, because there are people who need to write the emails, to write the PR pieces, to do all that stuff, to write the advertisements, to write the emails that get sent to the employees letting them know about the stuff that's going on. Like, somebody has to write all that stuff. And that's where the writers can come in. So basically every company needs writers. Of course, it's not really the job that... It's not really my... Yeah, writing is more than just novels or journalism or anything like that. Like, basically every job needs it. It's not really an area... It's not really a dream job. But it's better than nothing. Yeah, exactly. Animators are needed for so many things. Not just cartoons and stuff. Like, most advertisements and things and whatnot use animations as well. But yeah, arts isn't everything. People think it's, you know, if you're in the arts, you're only gonna be in, like, this one specific area or whatnot. And it's like, nah. Everything, like, your graphic design on your website, the way your walls are in your house, literally every single aspect of your lives is dictated by the arts as well as anything else. So, but yeah. I was gonna say something earlier, and now it's left my brain completely. It's gone. Goodbye. Goodbye, brain. Oh, I forgot to mention this last time, Rolf, but I think we're at the point where I think it's gonna put us in a route in Ebon Light. Like, I think if the upcoming scene is what I think it is, then I'm pretty sure that's, like, the scene where it's like, this is when the route starts happening. I might be wrong, because as I said, the first time I played the game was, like, ages ago. And I stopped, like, you saw I was, like, replaying it not too long ago. I stopped doing it because then I saw that it was, like, impacting the stuff that was appearing in, like, the compendium and whatever, and I was like, oh shoot, no, now we won't know which things are for what. So I decided to stop playing my second playthrough. I'll do it some other time, you know. But I'm pretty sure we're coming up to the point where we're gonna start like getting on a route. But we'll see. We'll see if I'm thinking of the right scene. Then that'll be the dealio. But yeah. Anyways. Also, I still can't believe I thought that during the party scene we would get to talk to everybody. I don't know why I thought that. I was so sure. I was like, yeah, we get to talk to everybody, but I guess we didn't, because... Oh, boy. I was like, oh, I gave out false information, I guess. I've already played through this game. I should know. I guess I don't. Frick. I mean, it has been, like, more than a year since I played it the first time, but still. I mean, I am also the same person who every single time I played the original Clock Tower, even though I've played it like 5 billion times, I still have to look up a walkthrough a lot of the time because I'll still forget. I'll still forget where things are and how to do certain things, like, every single time. Like, even when I have just played a game not too long ago, or did something not too long ago, or watched something not too long ago, my brain is already like, that's gone. The memory... not there. Cause like, for example, when I, like, speaking of the original Clock Tower, when I played it on stream for the podcast, the funny thing about that is, I had just played the game, like, just a few months back before that for, like, a project for school. And I still, even though I had just played it a couple months back, I had already forgotten it all. I had already forgotten it all. I already was like, where is everything? I don't remember any of it. I mean, my brain is just especially, like, my memory is super bad. Like, I have really good memory, like, in the moment. I have very good short-term memory. It's how I would ace a lot of tests at school, is I could literally, like, take a picture almost of, like, a piece of paper in my mind. And it would just be there. So, like, sometimes, like, if it's especially, like, for memory type tests, where it's like, oh, memorize all this information, like, I could literally, like, pull up the paper in my brain and be like, okay, this is what it said there. But then, because, like, right afterwards, like, once the test was over, guess what? That page in my brain is gone. It's gone. It's no longer there. It's just vanished into the ether. Goodbye. But yeah, so, and I took a test, and yeah, it was like, yeah, you have photographic memory, and it's like, well, I technically do. In that moment, I remember things. But then I forget them very easily. I'm really good at remembering in the moment, but then that's it after that. After that, there's no memory there. It's gone forever. Meanwhile, Angel's really good at remembering stuff, unlike me. Bleh. Though there are random things that I'll remember for, like, no apparent reason. Like, why that memory above all else? Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Rolf. Exactly. A big, weird IBM computer. That's what my brain is. But yeah, no big hard drive here. Very, very tiny hard drive. Yeah. So for going back to the whole job thing, for Screen Rant, I'm in the middle of writing one article, and then after that I have one more article, and then I literally have no other pitches on my thing, because as I said, I was planning on leaving. And I literally just went this long because I wanted to finish all the pitches I had already sent in, because it's my own pitches. Like, I pitched those ideas, so I didn't want, like, to give up those pitches to other people when I was the one that pitched them. I was like, I'm writing this. This is my stories. They're my pitches. I'm writing it. So I just have the two. But I'm not doing it today. Today after the stream, I'll probably just play, so Pio Fiore, one of my favorite, otome games from recent years. Like, Japanese otome games that came out, like, really recently. I think this came out, like, in 2021 or something, I want to say. Like, the original Pio Fiore. I really liked it, and now they've just released, like, so basically, for some of the, like, the really big otome games, they sometimes release, like, these sort of sequels. Like, they're not, like, full-on sequels. Like, they're not usually as long of a game as, like, the original. But they, like, give extra content, basically. And they're, like, more than a DLC. It's, like, more than a DLC, less than a full-on sequel. It's kind of weird. Like, there's a term for it, but I always forget what it's called. like sort of a drama CD, but not exactly. So they did that for Pio Fiore, and it just came out. Like, the translation for that, like, the official English translation just came out, and so I really want to play it, and I'll probably play it tonight. That. And as I mentioned in the chat, at some point, I need to play Code Realize again. That game is so good. So good! One of the best top tier content right there. So I'll probably be doing that this evening, playing the new Pio Fiore, and then I'll work again tomorrow. A part of it, I also made this plan partially since I got the booster today. I was like worried about side effects. I was like, I should probably not work the day of I get like shot. I want to make sure that I'm okay. Though, it might be just my luck that all the symptoms will happen tomorrow. Who knows? We'll have to see. But, yeah, like, another thing is that since I woke up, you know, super early today and went out to do all that stuff, my sense of time was a little messed up. At like 1:40, I was like, oh, I gotta get ready for my stream. I'll be late soon. And then I was like trying to get ready and stuff, and then like my fan was like, oh, do you want to like have a smoothie or whatever? Because I normally have smoothies for streams. And I'm like, oh, but I'm almost late. Like, there's not really enough time. And they were like, what do you mean? It's only 2. Your stream's at 3. And I'm like, oh, it is only 2. Oh. Aha. Still have an hour. Ah. Losing my mind, basically. Oh, Rolf, when you were rewatching the VN Night stream, was there any other moments that I should find and clip? Because here's the thing, through pretty much every single VN Night stream, I'm like, this is gold. Like, it is such good content. Like, one of the major reasons I wanted to do the VN Night stuff was because we started doing it off stream. Like, I started VN Night so that we could play Andromeda 6 all together. And it was originally just in the Discord. Like, it wasn't on stream. I decided to do it on stream because there was stuff that would happen during those, you know, things that we did together where I was like, gosh, I wish we recorded that. So that it's not just lost to the ether once everything's done, you know? Like, it's there, it's recorded. Like, that was a big reason why I decided to do it. Yeah. But, the problem is that even though I record all this stuff, I always end up forgetting everything that happens once the stream ends. I'm like, I don't remember what in the world happens during those streams. I feel like my brain, like, checks out by the end of it. Like, it's like, nah. There's, you know, moments like that where it's like, it's such an iconic moment that my brain can't forget it. You know, the Joe Ryden moment. Or, like, there was a time when we all played Terraria together, and I accidentally summoned, like, the Bee Queen, and the bee started, like, chasing everybody across the map. And it was great. I also highlighted that part, and it was top-tier moments right there. But there's so many times where I'm just like, I know that there was more. I know that there were other moments that I lost my mind during streams, but my brain just doesn't remember. Doesn't remember any of it. Oh, wait, now I remember what I was thinking of earlier that I wanted to mention, but I didn't mention. So, yesterday, to celebrate Wolf's B-Day, with very belated B-Day, because he had his B-Day, like, weeks ago, but we didn't have, like, time or whatnot to like celebrate at that time, so we decided to do it this time. And just like his other birthdays, we all played League together, and it's just as terrible every single year. Every single year I re-download that game, we get into it, and I remember all over again why I don't like the game. And then we play for a couple hours, and then I uninstall the game and say I'm not playing this until a year later when it's your birthday again. So that's what we did. And then we also played some Golf with Your Friends, which is another, you know, it was pretty terrible to have to play both games back to back, because it's like two games that really, like, normally I don't really get too tilted while playing games, you know? I'm pretty chill, because if I wasn't, I think I would just hate games, because I'm not very good at video games. As Zach once said, I play as if I'm like an old grandma who's never played a single game in her life, despite like knowing more games than the average gamer ever does. And having played more games than most people. But even though I've seen so many and know about so many and whatnot and played so many, I still suck at it as if I never played a single one in my entire life. Except for certain ones like Hades, where I'm like unnaturally good for some reason. I don't know why I'm good at Hades. I think I just have a good instinct for it. Or like 100% orange juice is another one I'm really good at, but I know for a fact that that's because of luck. I have a good luck stat. Nothing, I guess. But, definitely both League of Legends and, Golf with Your Friends are two games that really get me tilted. I get so mad during those games, and I don't know why, because as I said, I normally don't get mad with video games. Yeah. I completely forgot how the items work and such and just gave up, yeah. Yeah, like, I forget literally every single year that we do this for Rolf, I forget how the game works every single time. I have to, like, re-remember it. But yeah, 100% orange juice is definitely pretty much all luck. And luck, as I said, I have a pretty good luck stat. It's that protagonist luck coming in full force. Actually, you know, that reminds me, I don't know if I still have the... I don't know if I should even take the time to try and look for this. But, there was a time where I was playing like Pokemon Sun, and I still think about this all the time because I know that Lulu was so, like, it was so funny how upset Lulu got about this. But basically at one point, am I not able to do that? At one point, I wanted to, I was doing, like, this one gym. It was, like, the ghost-type gym or something like that, and I was up against Mimikyu, and I was dying. Like, I should have been dead. And then I just lucked out right at the end and was able to win. And Lulu was like, you should have died there. Yeah, Heroes of the Storm is different. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, I forgot that when I'm streaming, I can't access the videos. That's why. I'm like, what is going on? Why can't I see this? I don't remember if I clipped it or if I highlighted it. And if it was highlighted, it probably would have been a really long time ago. Though actually, I don't know because I don't remember when I highlighted it. Ah! Biggest of beefs indeed. Oh my gosh, like, so, looking at some of these old videos just reminded me that another moment that I absolutely need to highlight is when we all played SCP Containment Breach together for the first time, and Wolf like somehow clipped through the like ceiling or the floor or something, and so he was just like as we're like moving around, his head is just like sticking out of the floor. It was so funny. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was a good time. Oh, I forgot. We played Stardew. That was great. Anyways, I don't know if I'll be able to find this video. Because I don't even remember when I highlighted the part. Or if I even highlighted it, it might have been a clip. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna check the clips. Check the clips real quick. Let's see. Let's see. Is the dream gonna be there? Oh, I did! I clipped it! I clipped it! Oh my god. I found it. I found it. I titled it Anya has a high luck stat, and that's it. My gosh. Throwback. Pulling this up on stream. Where is it? Not that. Not that. We can do this one. I just have like a million tabs open that are just like all on OBS. They're all just titled window capture 1, window capture 2, window capture 3, and I just figured it out. I'm like, I could be a bit more organized, but instead I'm just like, whatever. This part was the part. Oh, I should turn this down, because knowing me, I'm probably super loud. I always hate listening back on my own streams because I'll hear my voice and I'll be like, oh, how can anyone stand it? How can anyone stand listening to me? Oh boy. Yeah, look, like, even without me, like, clicking on it, you can see I was in dire straits. I was McFrickin' dead. All my Pokemon were, like, McFrickin' dead. I was and Mimikyu and Gengar were, like, freaking beating me up. It wasn't good. But then, the dream lived. Oh my gosh. I hope you saved, says Lulu, but then I lived.
No, if I faint even once, I'm reloading a save. I'm not losing.
Oh my gosh, hearing my voice. Ugh! Oh!
Oh my god! I can't believe it!
And I won. And then Lulu was just like, you should have died there. I was was like, heck yeah. I did it. Your mic quality has definitely gone up. I hope so. I hope so. I think it's probably part of it is because, wait. Oh, I think, yeah, at that time, I didn't have a mic. I was just using my headset microphone, I think, at that time. I don't think I had my mic yet. So that probably is why. But yeah, throwback. Throwback indeed. Now I'm like going down memory lane. Was this the first or second time we played SCP is the question I'm wondering that I'm looking at. I don't remember. This is the one I'm thinking of. No, it's not, because we started like last minute for this one. I don't remember. I don't remember when we did it. It must have been a while back. I feel like I remember it being a fair while back. Can you imagine if it's like the rest of the stream is just me looking at previous streams? Like AO. Oh, here's the Bee Queen moment. Aw, top tier moment. Oh wait, no, here's the SCP one as well. Yeah, Streamception. Let's go. Mining yourself for content. That's how the real people do it. If you know what I mean. Wait, why is there two? Oh yeah, because I think it crashed in the middle or something. I was like, why is there two of this video? And I was like, wait, hold. It's probably because it crashed. Because for some reason that game crashes all the time, and I don't know why. This game just doesn't like working. Remember when I had to do on the side there all the time? Throwbacks. Yeah, I think it was like around here.
In the wall.
Wait, I'm a different person.
Yeah, you're not the same guy.
That's you, Zach.
If I had to guess if
Doodle!
was, I'm just Zach.
Why so much?
Hi, Doodle.
Hi.
Oh my gosh, looking at
Yeah.
on the stream.
I love that
so
it's
bad.
flashing the start game as well for
Please.
me. That's so funny.
All right, let's go, Anya. Let's all have a bad time.
Let's go, boys.
Yes.
No. SCP-106 appears to be an elderly humanoid.
I didn't pay attention. I didn't look at the controls, by the way.
Yeah,
Not
not
that many. It's
Don't you like
the
this?
Hey, buddy.
apparently left all of his
Little
chum.
man sitting in the corner staring at you.
I like how we all
Wait.
got up from the same bed.
Yeah. What does it
Loaded.
say?
I'm not
Tab.
quickly loaded. Hold still.
Tab to open inventory.
Anya,
Click
look,
on-
I made
All right,
someone.
we're gonna have to, you know.
Okay, Orient.
Oh, here's the rest.
God, you guys are.
This is a bit crowded. I don't contest these conditions.
Everyone's the same person except for
In the
Tom.
wall.
Uh-oh.
In the wall. Wait, I'm
See
a
ya.
different person.
Yeah, you're not the same generic white guy with a tattoo on his left arm like the rest of us.
Who am leaving?
I'm safe in here.
Why does this game feel this way?
How do I get
Is also
out?
not the same. He has a little goatee.
Oh, hell yeah.
Can you?
Oh.
Oh, I'm free.
Wolfie's on the floor!
Now this is realistic.
There he goes.
Accurate to real life.
Bro, Wolfie's gonna get shot for being on an SUV. We don't need protection from Peanut. Peanut needs protection from Wolfie. Bro, man, just
Can I reach?
Are you
Can I reach the
sinking?
button?
I think you're sinking.
Yeah, you're
just
getting
slowly.
lower in the
Like,
floor.
I wanna.
Wait, gotta follow the guy.
Oh no!
There he goes.
Wait, how do you crouch? Oh, like
I'm
that.
now free. I have fallen down to the lower level.
No, no.
Oh
Back, come
no!
back! Come back!
Wolf's gone forever.
Oh my gosh, this is still so funny. And M saying wolf at actual height on the side was incredible. Just seeing Wolf just like stuck in the floor. So good. Else. Where is the bee? Yeah, bee queen moment. This one is also important. Make sure that, yeah, here we go.
they're the little dudes that teleport and shit. What?
Teleport.
Remember when I had like my face
I mean,
cam
You also
like
shit,
this
don't you?
big? I can't
Yeah,
believe
but it
I
won't
did
teleport.
that.
Everybody.
Much
So
less
glad
impressive.
that now I'm like
I don't know
mini
about
Anya
everybody.
in the corner.
Everybody poop. Excuse me?
Awaken?
Why?
Anya, what did you do? Because it's following you.
It's following Anya.
I think I did it on accident.
Let's go.
Defeat
only
the
get
current
them when you go to
network
school.
before you can use the pylon network. Thanks.
I'm sorry.
Good luck.
Wait, does the cone hammer work as an actual hammer?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. I want to make sure.
I literally use it as a hammer for like the rest of the game after getting it.
Yeah, I had accidentally
With the wind.
Oh, that's a
Hell yeah!
summoned. I hit as I was falling down. I
adorable,
accidentally hit the thing for the bee queen.
Well, do you need
And
potions?
it
There you go.
starts chasing everybody.
Oh, boss is over.
Yep.
Its health bar is still there.
She's coming at me.
She's coming. The
Oh,
Lord.
Lord.
There's
Oh,
her
Lord.
bar.
You.
Oh, there's another beehive right here.
Mm.
Oh, behind.
But yeah, what was happening was as I was falling down the jungle shaft, I was like just hitting my
Banging.
I was just swinging the firecracker because I forgot
Banging.
that there was the bee thing down there, and then I hit it with my firecracker. And I
have a
was like,
question.
oh
How do I
shoot.
wall? How do I wall?
How do you? What does that mean?
How do,
Well,
how do I put a wall in a wall?
You gotta make them.
I have walls. Now,
In
how
the
do I put it on?
I mean, it's
Click.
gotta be on a
I'm
like,
clicking.
gotta be
It
on a solid
should-
block. You can't just put it in the middle of nowhere.
Despawn when it leaves the jungle, right?
It's not going.
It's gotta.
Just hit
Currently
control and then like hold. right
Moving
click
at
and left
me.
click.
Oh shit! Oh my god, it's gone hyper!
Where?
Yeah, it's like
It's
really
not-
fast.
Yeah, you gotta do it from the edge. You gotta start at the edge.
I'm doing it from the edge.
Anya, what have you done?
I don't know what I did.
Lord.
I'm
When they meet each
sorry.
Also, how do I use my hammer to get?
Anya, you're not sorry because you would have been careful if you were sorry.
I
That's
did
not-
not mean to.
Yeah, but what are you doing?
You just put it on the edge.
Well,
You can't-
I need
you
to
can't
watch
start it
when
in the
How-
they're
how does it work now?
building to
You can't
get a
start it in the middle of the
working
wall. You gotta start it on the edge.
Fuck.
And now slime
And
is
then hammer,
falling.
you just like
Slime is falling from the sky.
you know what a great time to fight.
My hammer was not. I no, okay.
At the range.
I
Look at all these
genuinely don't
fucking
know.
slimes.
Oh, there you go. Oh no, they're traveling.
Remember this? Hi, Barry.
Yeah,
Welcome
he
to the
was standing
stream.
on the
Remember
roof like a
this?
numbnut. He just got eviscerated by all the slimes. Oh, his hat
Yeah.
dropped though.
Oh, that is a drop.
my
Let's go.
god! What is why? Why is it won't it die?
Because there's so many of us.
Oh no.
So the bee is extra angry and extra dangerous because it's
Oh,
not in
because
the
she's
jungle
outside of the
anymore.
jungle. Ah,
We can't get back to the jungle because we can't use the pylon.
she'll be. She's coming for me.
Oh
He's
no.
gonna come to our friggin' house.
Extra spicy honey. Yeah, we may want to vacate the premises.
Well, I'm just gonna mine this palladium and wait for
You
death to
can't
come.
make
There she
it.
goes!
I'm coming down. Save you.
I'm bouncing on her head with the slime mount! It's
Oh,
working! It's not working!
Where is this?
She's in hell.
Oh no.
He's chasing Zach. Oh,
Oh, there's so many bees.
take her back to the jungle.
Why? Who left the door open for the slimes to get in?
We have urgent
priority.
matters to
Too
attend to.
right now.
There's a murderous bee in hyper mode.
King slime as well.
We just can't catch a break.
I gotta be honest, I'm gonna fight King Slime. Good luck.
Ah!
It straight up
I'm
just
alone.
murdered me.
You know what?
I'm
This
lying
is like
here.
a good time. I'm just standing still, just having fun.
It's okay. I may not see. I
I
can
haven't even
Ooh.
seen the new queen bee.
He instant death, yeah. I just big freaking died.
This is
Please, madam, we can come to an accord.
This game's so easy.
Skirt.
Yeah.
Hey, hey.
I don't see how
Oh, wow,
y'all
you
have
get
a
the easy
problem with a
boss.
bee. You just killed like a giant slime.
All right, join me then, coward.
Yeah.
I don't have any more
I'm
wormholes.
waiting until everyone is dead and she
Jesus
inevitably
Christ.
comes to the house.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna happen any
That's
second
what
now.
I thought was
Ah!
happening before.
Please stop with the charging. It's very rude.
She's still coming.
Bring her
You know
back
what?
to the her home.
You know what? It's done.
Hold on. I need a live NPC to sell my King Slime booty to.
Good luck with this, guys.
Oh no. Where is she? Where is she?
Don't worry about
I've
it.
already experienced it. You can't scare me.
She's still aggro to me. Oh god, she isn't you.
Did you teleport back home?
Maybe. Look, we got an arena here. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
I see a health
Here
bar.
she
I don't want to see
Yep,
this.
here she comes.
Oh no,
Brace
here
for
she
impact.
comes! Here she comes!
Watch out, here she comes.
It's only me.
Oh, it's
Save
over there.
me.
All right.
Save me.
Oh god.
Nope.
She's
I
so
don't you know
bad.
for this world. Goodbye. Ah, shit.
Oh
Someone's
my
getting
god.
Someone's playing Zelda.
It's you. You're playing
It's always
Zelda.
me.
I'm still there. Oh, damn.
I'm helping, I promise.
We're doing it. I'm so sorry, guys. This is all on me.
Oh my god.
I can't believe
Oh, we
Anya
did
Oh my god. Throwback. Oh, one of the best moments. I love how it gets progressively more insane as time goes on, as everyone realizes that the bee is now coming after all of us. Just the slow increase in panic as time went on. It's so good. Oh, Barry, I also showed off the moment where we were all playing SCP together the first time, and Wolf somehow got clipped into the floor, so he was all like a tiny man in the floor. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Barry, how's it going? I love you so much. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Oh boy. Went on memory lane. Farming myself for content. It's going, hanging in there. Yeah, I feel that. I'm glad you're doing okay. Yeah. I've been feeling that lately as well. Just like, well, I'm here, surviving, despite everything. Nothing can bring me down. Oh, the reason, Barry, that we started talking about all this was because I asked Rolf if there were any other moments from the last stream that, because he ended up rewatching the stream the other day, and I was like asking him if there were any other moments from the stream that should be clipped or whatever. And he was like, well, nothing can really beat the Joe Ryden moment. And it just led me to thinking about all the other iconic moments from streams. Which of course led to the Bee Queen moment, one of the best moments of all time. Oh, Barry, you missed the league yesterday. The league playing. It was a time. Oh my gosh. Every time we play League every year, it's like I reinstall the game. It's pain and suffering for like 3 hours, and then I uninstall the game. It's just an absolute struggle. You're a strong bean, Barry. I'll fight ya. And then we played like I know we all then played golf with your friends afterwards, and playing one game that tilts me and then playing another one that tilts me right afterwards. Very, very aggravating. But yeah. It's definitely something. But, yeah. Are you ready, Rolf, by the way? Ready for some Ebon lights? Sorry I couldn't come. No, that's totally fine, Barry. No worries. It was like a really, belated just thing for Wolf, because we normally do it every year, and I felt bad that we kind of missed it around his birthday time because we were stuff, so I was like, let's just do it then. So no worries. There was a good chunk of us who were there, so it ended up being a-okay. We had a good time. But yeah, no worries, Barry. Absolutely no worries. As I said, it was kind of like the whole reason I even decided to do it that day was because I was like, oh shoot, we need to do that with Wolf at some point, but I don't know what day we should do it because we already missed his birthday. And then Azure was just like, why don't we just do it on Sunday? And I was like, oh shoot, you're right. So no, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant, Barry. I'll fight ya. I'll fight ya. That is not it. That is absolutely not it. I'll beat you up. We would have absolutely loved to have you there, Barry, but it's okay that you had other things to do. There is no worries in that. Ooh, apparently Adam was trying to make some sugar cookies. They look really yummy. Yummy. I need to make more cookies at some point. I like baking cookies, but I'm always like, and I'll have to actually bake the cookies. The struggle, wanting to have homemade cookies, but also not wanting to bake. One day I'll make some more cookies. And no worries, Rolf. No rush. They're just hanging out. Oh, and it's Rolf! Hello!
Hello, hello.
Hello, Rolf. How's it going? I love you very much.
I'm okay. I should try making cookies as well.
Heck yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I love homemade cookies. It's probably one of my favorite things of all time. Like one of my favorite desserts. It's just so good to have a nice warm there's nothing quite like it. But and it's like not too hard to make, but it's still like it's like one of those things where it takes just enough time to make it that you're often kind of like, oh, I'm busy with others. And so you never do it, even though you would love to do it and you have the materials for it.
Yeah, I'm worried that if I start making them, I'll just keep making them. Especially if it's easy.
Yeah.
I'll be eating way too many cookies.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy, especially if you get just like the already pre-made cookie dough. Then all you really need to do is like take it out of the package, put the cookie dough, like separate the cookie dough into like little chunks on the pan, on like the baking pan, and then just like put it in the oven for whatever time that they say to have it in there and whatever heat that they say to put it in there.
I don't think we have pre-made cookie dough over here in the stores.
I see.
At least I've never seen it, but
Yeah.
you might be looking.
I mean, where we tend to have it is like it's normally like in a freezer-esque area because you have to like keep it frozen.
Ah, right. Makes sense.
So it might just be like, I know where we usually get it at Wegmans, it's like in this around the same area, like sort of nearby where the yogurt and stuff is. Interestingly enough, but I think other times it'll be like in other like fridge areas. But yeah.
I mean, I could just try buying some Ben & Jerry's cookie dough ice cream and then putting that in it.
No, don't do that. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. That's like fake cookie
it's not
dough.
Real cookie dough.
Yeah, it's fake cookie dough. They're not trying to poison you. Ben & Jerry's is not gonna poison you with actual
Ben
cookie
& Jerry's
dough.
salmonella flavor.
Yeah. Heck yeah, I would eat it. I would still eat it. All Ben & Jerry's ice cream is good. It's all delicious.
Yeah. There was a new flavor out recently, so I tried that. It was really good.
What flavor?
It was like a cooperative one with Tony Chocolonely. So it's just like chocolate with like salted chocolate and caramel chunks and whatnot. That was really good.
Ooh. We actually...
Just the ice cream itself, just the chocolate flavor of it was really good as well.
Eee. Yeah, I love Ben & Jerry's. It's my favorite ice cream. Like, there's nothing else out there that is as good to me.
No, they're in a class. It's S tier ice cream.
It's so true. And actually, we live not too far away from apparently like the factory headquarters for it. And like you can apparently take tours there like if you
You'll
visit.
make your own ice cream.
Yeah, you can and things like that. I think it's in Vermont if I'm remembering correctly, which is like
Makes
just a state
sense.
over. Oh, hi Bajorn. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Love ya.
Hello.
But yeah, I think my favorite Ben & Jerry's flavors, there's... I really like chocolate therapy.
I don't know if I know that one.
Yeah, it's basically chocolate with chocolate with chocolate. I've had it ever since I was a little kid, so it has a special place in my heart. I also, there's like this one that's like, I think it's like Cookie Dunker or something like that, where it's like part chocolate, part like, it's not exactly vanilla. It tastes different than vanilla, but it's really good. And then it has like cookie chunks and stuff in it as well.
Is that half baked or?
I
feel like there's a lot of local differences in what flavors there are.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
I think my go-to lately has been Netflix and chilled.
Oh yeah, I know that one. That one's good.
I like the one that have the salty stuff in it, because this one has the pretzel swirls. Those are nice.
Yeah, having that good old combination of different flavors.
Oh, always sad there's a couple of flavors that look really nice, but then they only have them in like non-dairy, and I just really don't like the non-dairy ice cream.
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, I've seen that too, where it's like, ugh. I would love that, but I don't know.
Yeah, they use almond milk for their non-dairy, but almond milk just, I don't like the flavor of it at all.
I like almond milk, but almond milk ice cream, I'm not like a big fan of it. Like I like almond milk as like by itself. Like I'll sometimes have almond milk with cereal because drinking straight up milk like bothers my stomach.
Yeah.
Like I can have dairy products, but I have to like be careful basically. Like I can't handle anything that's super heavy, so like no cheesecake or gelato, but I can have ice cream and cheese and stuff as long as I don't like overdo it. But drinking straight up milk as well is not great for me either. So if I have cereal, I always usually have like almond milk or something to put in it.
To me, almond milk just tastes like, well, what it is basically is just water with almond dust in it.
Yeah, I can see that.
To me, it just doesn't taste like. It doesn't taste like a unification of those things. It's like it just tastes like I'm drinking off a glass of water that someone sprinkled some almond dust into.
Yeah.
It's like just dirty water. It's gross. But I don't know. It's must be me thing. But the ice cream tastes exactly the same.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah.
Because there was one that had like graham cracker swirls. It sounds really weird, but it was really tasty. But then the ice cream itself was not good.
Ooh, yeah.
It's like, oh, if they had this in like normal dairy ice cream, would be amazing. But new.
Yeah. Oh frick. Yeah, I found the Ben & Jerry's website, and they have a bunch of flavors on there. So I was gonna show off what flavors are listed here. So I'm putting it on stream, and then I'm also gonna share it with you and Rolf, what I'm seeing. What's this shape so weirdly?
Dirt cake.
Oh, you saw it? Yeah. Yeah, let me share it with you on Discord so that you're not behind. If screen share will load. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, there's so many flavors I've never seen before.
Yeah, so first off, I've had this, the chocolate milk and cookies. I like this one a lot.
As you can tell, I'm a big chocolate fan. Yeah, but I also prefer ice creams that have stuff in it. Like, I don't normally like just eating ice cream by itself. I like ice cream that has like other things in it. But yeah, I
same.
like
The
this.
more toppings are in there, the better.
Yeah, exactly. So I like that one, the chocolate milk and cookies. I like the chocolate fudge.
Wow, that sounds great.
I've also had the chocolate fudge brownie.
Yeah, it's
many
pretty
times.
classic.
Yeah. Looking at this, I kind of want to try the Brew to Matter. I don't think I've had it. I might have. It's a coffee ice cream. Yeah. I love coffee ice cream. But then again, I love coffee, so.
I was about to say, I like coffee ice cream better than coffee, but it's still not my thing.
Yeah.
Chubby hubby.
Yeah. This is chocolate therapy right here. Chocolate ice cream with chocolate cookies and swirls of chocolate pudding ice cream.
Chocolate pudding, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had that ever since I was a little kid. I like this one. I've had this one a bunch of times. Coffee ice cream with espresso bean fudge chunks.
Oh man.
I love it.
Chunky monkey we have over here. But there's so many we don't have. Half baked, I know. Minter Wonderland.
Heck yeah. There's Netflix and chilled.
Yeah, it's really good.
Let's see. I'm trying to find the one that I was thinking of, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, it must be one of the core ones.
Those are pretty good. So.
Yeah. I've had the chocolate chip core one. I've had the brownie Oh wait, I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. It's the brownie batter core. Chocolate and vanilla ice creams with fudge brownies and a brownie batter core. Is this one that I was saying? I think I mixed up the cookie one from up there with this one. That's why I thought I had cookies. But yeah, I like this one a lot.
Tiramisu.
Yeah.
Whiskey biz.
What's in this? Brown butter bourbon ice cream. With blonde brownies and whiskey caramel swirls, topped with white chocolate ganache and white fudge chunks.
Ugh.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very good.
No, we don't have any of the mint ones either. I don't think mint chocolate ice cream is popular here.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of mint stuff, but I don't think I've had much mint with Ben and Jerry's, except for like just basic stuff.
It's definitely not my thing.
I love it, but I don't know. I like chocolate more. Like, let me see. Have I had any of the mint ones? I might have just had... Oh, wait. I think I've had the mint chocolate cookie one.
Mm.
No, I've had this one. I've had the Minter Wonderland. Had that one. Yeah, and chocolate. Chocolate! Nom 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 nom. Chomp chomp chomp. Anyways. Video games. Yeah, video games, right? Am I right, guys? I'm a streamer.
Ruling over ice cream the whole stream.
Yeah, that's just it. Like, it's just, okay, let's rank Ben and Jerry's ice cream flavors.
Is the tier list?
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let me just close that and up Ebon light. But yeah, I think we're at the moment where we're entering routes. I might have to see exactly where we're at with this.
Alright.
Oh heck yeah, it automatically appeared on stream. Let's go.
So which routes have you?
I think I've done them all to an extent.
Oh wow.
But my memory is bad, so I don't really remember. I do know. I don't know if we're gonna get to choose or if it'll just put us on a route. I don't remember. It might just put us on a route based on like our past choices. So I'm pretty interested to see who we'll end up with. But I do know, in terms of ranking, I would definitely, like, Heron, of course, is my favorite. After that, I would say, wait, let me actually just load so that we're not on the main menu the whole time. If I could click, right thing. Yeah, Heron is my number one. Then Lysega.
Yeah.
Because gotta go with the enemies to lovers, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's terrible, but they're fun together.
Yeah, I love their dynamic a lot. I think they have a great dynamic. After him,
I don't really like any of the other ones, honestly.
Yeah, like, I would say in terms of plot-wise, Dulier is the next best one, because his route kind of goes into all the plot details that the other routes don't. Basically his route is I would say is the most, like, exposition dump route. I feel like almost every single Otome game will have, like, a route that's, like, the exposition route, where it's like, oh, like, because this route lets you learn all the stuff, and like, now we're just all this, I'm gonna dump all this information on you. But none of the other routes have that information. Normally it's reserved for true routes, but this game doesn't really have a true route, but Dulier is the one that is, like, closely tied to the actual stuff that's going on behind the scenes here.
Yeah, I think Dulier to me feels weird as a romance option.
Yeah.
Because he feels like he's like a generation above all the other characters. I mean, they're all elves, are all really old, but he feels like
a lot of people agree with that statement, and I would agree with it as well. Like, he feels like your grandpa a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't feel like an equal relationship here. It feels like he's my grandpa, me, my grandpa over here. Because, like, he looks young, but he has, like, this grandpa air to him, if that makes sense. Or, like,
big
uncle.
Grandpa energy.
Yeah, big grandpa or uncle energy, you know?
Yeah. No, like, personality-wise, he's like in his 40s.
Yeah,
the others
yeah,
are like
basically.
in their 20s.
Yeah, basically. And a lot of people also pointed it out. And I feel like when a lot of, like, without going into too much, because I don't know which route we're getting in this playthrough or whatnot, but basically, I would say as I put, like, the positive is that you learn a lot through his route about, like, plot stuff, which is always good. But on the other hand, I feel like his relationship with Alenka is, like, probably one of the weakest, if not the weakest. And part of it is that...
they're very involved with each other, but not in that way.
Yeah, like, first off, of course, there's the generational issue. But that's not always, you know, an issue if, like, the writing is good enough, you know? But here it is kind of an issue. And then there's also the fact that, like, it in comparison to a lot of the other ones where, like, the chemistry feels very legit, it doesn't feel as legit in his route. It feels very, like I don't buy it, you know?
Yeah.
And part of it is because of some stuff that he's done that makes me go, I don't know if I would be okay with that, but yeah, but I do like the fact that it goes a bit more into the backstory about some stuff that you don't really get in the other routes, so that's why I would put him third. And I think he's an interesting character, just as a romance option, not a very, like, he's pretty low on that regard. After that, I would say Ernal, because I think he's funny. I think he's a funny guy. And then Vidane is last.
He's just too much of a simp.
He's too much of a simp for me. But yeah, everyone
Like,
agrees that Heron and Lysega are like the best routes in the game.
Yeah, Fidane's like, he's a nice guy, but he's also a nice guy.
Yeah, nice guys finish last, what they say, ayo.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I legit went on, like, Reddit, like, threads and stuff, and, like, Tumblr threads and things like that to see what other fans, like, thought of the game, and they basically had the same exact thoughts of saying, like, oh, either Heron or Lysega was their fave, like, one of these two. And then, basically, Juliet was, like, the weird grandpa character. I mean, there were, of course, people that liked Juliet the best, or Ernal or Vidane, because we're all different, but the majority was, like, these two are where it's at. But yeah. But though, we all know the real answer, if we could.
Come on.
Calipoa, our girl.
Number
one girl over here. I'm still sad about that. That's still depressing. Okay. Anyways. I've been training with my team for a month. They were patient with me, the way people who were ordered to be patient were. I'd grown popular. I was recognized when walking the streets, eyes lingering not because I was human, but because I was the human. So they've been teaching me to use weapons. It was all in secondary effort to my progression with the Kuntatal. I never know how. I mean, this is a fake name, fake word, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but. My physical training was simply a practice and discipline. What were you gonna say?
Well, at the very least, there's only one N in it. So it's like Cuthintal or Kuthintal.
Yeah, if it's Kunthintal, it would be Kun. Yeah, because there's not another N in there, so it would make more sense to be Cuthintal, right?
Yeah.
I come to understand where the real power was meant to come from this mystery within me. I was able to summon the oh my god, Kunthintal. I wasn't able to summon the Kunthintal reliably.
Wait, do we just decide?
Yeah, we just decide. Then? Yeah, you just decide here. What you want to do.
That's weird, because one just sounds better than the other. But.
Well, think of it this way. People pointed this out, and I think it's pretty legit, that the main difference between Western and Eastern otome games, or just visual novels in general, is that Eastern visual novels go more towards, you know, the JRPG type formula of, like, it's all about stats and having, like, following the numbers and getting the exact right things to progress through the story, whereas the Western ones are more like CRPGs, where you're, like, role-playing a character, and so I'm thinking that this is just, like, another way to role-play. Like, who do you think Alenka, based on how we've been playing her, how she's gonna be with this?
Yeah, I mean, we did, like, summon it, but it seemed like we had to, you know, be backed into a corner first.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's be, just for fun, let's say we're good with it now.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna have bad repercussions, but
yeah, I'm gonna because I actually don't remember what I picked here. I'm gonna look at the stats real quick to see look at my stats. Why is this in front? Done, yeah. Okay, so we're on grip here. Let's see where, because this will probably be the thing that changes. Or it might also be daring and might too that might change based on this. And tenacity, but I'm gonna try and remember how high these things are and then see what happens. So I was able to.
Yeah, let's try it.
Was able to summon it now with more reliability. 9 times out of 10, I could at least bring about a momentary haze. So let's see. Can't tell. Is that more? I can't tell.
Well, at least it's not dramatically more than.
Yeah. I think it was a little bit more, but it'll be fine. I'll believe in the dream. Go. It felt simply like asking the thing within me for its help. Sometimes I had to demand, and sometimes it still refused, but usually I had my way. Balance of power shifting. Juliet was utterly pleased. He had acquired something priceless and accomplished something that was no small feat among his peers. His peers. He was very, very aware of their admiration for him. Frequently, I'd come from my room to find him talking to someone. The subject, vanity aside, was usually myself. It was getting to the point where I found it difficult not to assume everyone was talking about me. Perhaps I'd become a bit vain. Juliet's conversations would typically go something like, yes, she does sometimes glow. No, I don't think that's appropriate. But I'll give it some work, and we'll see if we can work something out. It seemed very much like he was bartering and selling my time, bits of me, but rarely did he ever actually bring requests to me. The last thing he asked me to do was present a Cuthental haze to a group of soldiers. They all came to Juliet's estate, lined up in this hall, and waited for me in silence. When it was done, Juliet thanked me and took all the soldiers into another room. That was that. Relatively painless, quite suspicious, as always. Good morning.
Morning, Alenka.
You're over early.
Yeah, I was escorting someone here.
That sounds gossip-worthy. Or maybe alarming.
Involving you, of course.
But isn't it always? You sound almost jealous. Sorry to cause you trouble.
Let's go for the second one.
Are you upset I'm taking up so much of Juliet's time, Ernal? Ernal gave me a weird look, followed with a shake of his head.
Not quite. When he's lacking projects, he becomes particularly insufferable.
Oh, glad to help.
And I like suffering.
He smiled at me.
You seem well rested.
I am, yes. It's taken a while to get comfortable, but...
Yes, well, good for you.
Lacey and Vidane came by from time to time. Vidane, to check up on me, still as concerned as ever. For Lacey's part, he had some dealings with Juliet, much as how all this had started, it seemed. Only now Lacey seemed to find me interesting in a way he hadn't before. My survival, apparently, had impressed greatly on him. Heron and Juliet didn't get along well, as had been made very clear to me. It got to the point that Juliet forbade him from the estate, and so then Heron came through the garden and knocked on my door at all hours of the night.
Of course he does.
It's so funny.
What a player.
Oh my god. Apologetically, of course, Juliet then relented. He's like, oh god, I guess I might as well just at least let him go through the front door. Will help me
like
sleep
what are the
at
neighbors
night.
gonna think otherwise?
Yeah. Well, but also it's probably like, at least for some peace of mind, like, you know, when he's there. When he's sneaking in, he could be there at any time. Now Juliet has to worry about that.
Exactly.
Earl had something to do with that. He was always about it. I wonder why he didn't just move in. And indeed, some nights Earl stayed over. He was thawing, slowly, but nevertheless. I had plans for today. No parties to attend, alliances to forge, no generals to intimidate. I wanted to walk the city. I still wasn't used to staying indoors very long. And as it would happen, I had someone to keep me company, as well as a little stipend from Juliet. Yeah, this is it. This is it. I think this is the moment, depending on, like, who we go for here, I think.
At least that's how I've done it. I don't know how much this scene, I think this scene affects the route that you end up on, depending on like who you pick to go for here. But yeah. So,
it's gotta be Lacey or Heron.
yeah, the best boys.
It's a hard choice though. Because like Lacey's terrible, but it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think I'll go Heron though.
Okie dokie. But yeah, I would have been fine either way because they are the best boys. But yeah, the Dane had no chance.
No.
Poor man. Poor man. Yeah.
Alenka, you had some plans with my brother, didn't you?
Yes. Couldn't he make it?
Oh no. He made it.
Oh no, he made it. Don't. That's not the problem.
Oh no, he made it. He's out front, waiting. Oh, be kind and hurry, please.
Why is he waiting outside?
Dulier wouldn't let him in. Madrele.
Oh, and this is also the moment where we get to buy another outfit. We got some money,
Hey,
so we'll be able to buy an outfit.
time to buy her some plate armor.
Heck yeah. There he was, a little gift in hand. Like a raven, he was constantly bringing me things. Is that for me? He nodded, the smile never leaving his face. Oh, you know, them talking about ravens just made me think of Hatful Boyfriend. It's like, can you imagine? It's like them all just being like birds. Like they're a bird race, and it's like, oh, I guess I'm dating birds now. I took the soft, silky pouch he handed me and unwound the string, sealing it. A sweet and flowery smell drifted around me, but potpourri, it seemed, gentle but potent. You really needn't bring me presents. Growing flowers is such a waste. A garden in the palm of my hand, or your turn next time.
Let's go for the last one.
Next time, I'm going to give you something. He grinned at me in such a mischievous way that I knew instantly I'd fallen into some sort of trap.
And if I say you already have, that your presence is all I wish for.
There. The trap. You really can't help yourself, can you? He shrugged carelessly, still grinning. Thank you for the present.
You're welcome. Well then, I believe you had an objective?
Yes, Julia gave me some trin for some clothes.
Oh, don't let it stand as though he's giving you anything. As though he's doing you any favors. You deserve far more than trin. Enough for a mere outfit, Madrele.
I hesitated. It seemed we were jumping straight into a cautionary Dulier tale. I love that, like, at this point it's like, she's saying it as, like, this has happened multiple times. Oh, just another
Common
Tuesday.
occurrence.
Yeah, common occurrence. You think so? I know it's already more trin than I've ever had, or I'm fine, Heron.
Let's go with the third one.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Okie doke. This is already more trin than I've ever held on my person at once to begin with. Spending it all on one set of clothes seems a little...
Clothes are expensive here, Madrele. We cannot keep livestock on the island, so most of the materials are imported.
I wasn't sure if he was just trying to comfort me about spending all that I was, but I smiled at him regardless. No sheep pens in the Harpy Forest, then?
Alas, no.
We walked for a little while, and over again I found him smiling at me. Given that it was Heron, this wasn't particularly unusual. Still, it seemed something was on his mind. Heron? A little distracted, are we?
Oh, Madrele. It's just a little hard to reconcile. After all this time, this danger, mystery. Here we are, as mundane as any other couple. Out finding you something new for your wardrobe.
Couple? You didn't have to. Not bored, I hope. Just like we've been married for years.
Let's joke around. Let's go for the last one.
Last one? I see. As though we were just another day in our routine. The two of us old and bored of each other. One of us far worse for the wear. He grinned.
If only. You tease, but if it came to that, I could die happy.
Then the tease is a hypocrite.
I'm not teasing at all.
I laughed. He might have been serious, so it was something of a nervous
You know, Ernor has been harping at me for weeks now about you, thinking this is just an obsession.
He stopped walking and caught my hand, wrapping his own around the tips of my fingers. Before I could respond, I was caught by his gaze, fixed, intently so, almost unnervingly.
But Madrele, you are just that, with or without the Cuthental. A light, beautiful, beguiling, fascinating, brave.
Brave? Pull your hands away, I can see too. What are you saying?
Let's go with the last one.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, also, I want to mention, I'm really glad that we didn't go for, basically for the time where we had to decide what we were gonna do to, like, turn the tide, and we went for going for the forces. I would say that one is, like, one of the easiest ones to get through, along with the going to the people one. Because in both of those, you're, like, basically helping something that was already there, you know?
Yeah.
You're not having to, like, create something from scratch with those things. Whereas doing both Dulier or Heron's idea is, like, much harder. But Heron's idea especially is the hardest one. Of, like, going to his house and talking with his family. Because it's like, have you ever played Dragon Age Inquisition?
Part of it. Never finished it though.
Oh, there's like a section in it where you have to be at like a ball.
Yeah, that one.
And you have to make like all these right choices or you're gonna fail. Like, that's basically what that segment is you're at this big ball, and you gotta say all the right things and do all the right things, otherwise you fail. Like, it's hard, like, basically, the writer for this game has, like, this short, like, spoiler-free walkthrough just for certain sections that are deemed, like, really difficult to get through. And one of them, of course, is the climactic scene that I've mentioned. But then the other one is, another one that's on there is Heron's thing of, like, going through that. Like, there's a walkthrough for it because it's that difficult. I did it, like, one of the other playthroughs, and I was like, oh boy. Oh boy. But I remembered that I wanted to mention that, and so that's why it just came to my head. Heron, what are you saying? He smiled at me in silence for a second, then shrugged carelessly.
That you are a person wondrous all on your own. That I appreciate you. And care about you. And want to be near you.
No, don't do that! Ah! Oh my god. Jump scare alert.
Surely, not much that comes as a surprise.
I stared at him. Then he clicked his eye and looked away.
He's like, oh my gosh, this person's an idiot.
She's so beautiful, but so dense.
Yeah. I mean, relatable.
Cardia's shop is right over there. Come.
A woman wearing bright for Gahalian clothes was busying herself with some fabric.
Let's see. Heron! With the distinct change of tone in her voice, a delighted squeal I was now somewhat familiar with, I almost rolled my eyes.
Cardia.
Now, with his response, at the warmth in his voice, uninhibited completely by my presence, I was now resisting the urge to glare at him. What are you here for today, darling? Something for your father? Sister? Oh, yes! Avon has the dress on order. A very unique dress, a very daring cut with the...
We're here for Alenka today, Cardia.
With a sweeping gesture at me, Heron took a step away from me as though he were passing a crown. Oh, I don't get many humans in... Oh my, you're the... That one!
You're that one.
Yeah. Yes, that one. So you know Heron? Or there are many of us humans?
First one.
First one? Yeah. Yes. Probably so. Vague as that one is.
She is the woman who carries the Cothenthal, yes.
The pride in his voice was always strange to hear, not quite as self-serving as it was in Dulier's voice, but still utterly pleased. Oh, that explains the twinkle in your eye, I suppose. Well, it's an honor. I suppose you'll want something purple. I jest. Claudia pulled me deeper into the shop, suddenly close, very pushy. I sent Heron a somewhat desperate look, hoping for a rescue, and he did nothing but smirk at me.
Typical.
He was not really all that chivalrous when push came to shove. Shouldn't you be a little more wary of me? I was a little flustered. She seemed unfazed. So yeah, close time.
Oh, wow.
Close time, so... Oh, wait. Why did this happen? There we go. Okay. That was weird. So we have all of these, and I think we can try them on too. And oh, and she also has stuff to, Kadia has stuff to say about all of them, so I'll just go through all of it. We first have the Kalic people. Traditional Kalic summer wear, deceptively sturdy. A serene shade far too pleasant for this island, but your choice. Red in Kalexan symbolizes power. Ha! You're blending it with the drapes! Maybe it should be known instead for camouflage? Gold and bronze, typically worn by Kalexian merchants. The exact hues are highly specific. We have this. See here. Then we have blue.
Ooh, that looks
red. And then gold one.
That's also nice.
Yeah. Then we have the Gahalian. So, a very fine Gahalian ball gown. Look at you.
That's pretty cool.
A gown in blue. When you want to mimic the moon and the stars. It's been proven the more black you wear in Gahalia, the more popular you become. Yellow is a very daring color. I hear there are small insects in Lilari that are black and yellow. They sting. Do you sting? Reval. Oh, why does this keep happening? It's so weird. Like, so yeah, we have Reval next. Oh, Reval is such a frightening place. Can't trust anyone. I think this is the people that, like, or it might be Lilari. I don't remember. One of the two people, like, appeared out of nowhere. But I never remember which one just were the ones that appeared out of nowhere. I think it's Reval, but I might...
Yeah, Lilari is a pretty big place, I think. Right?
Yeah. Such a happy color. Such a suspiciously happy color. For those deep, arid nights under a hot moon, plotting revenge. The pale fabric, color of Gahalian flesh, in the style of our enemy. Making a statement, are you?
And finally the Lalari. Oh yeah, it's the human. It's the court people, I think. Well, I suppose you are human, so it makes sense. Lalari attire. For some reason, I expected humans to wear more color. A foresty color for frolicking in the forest. I must admit, this looks fantastic on you.
It does look good, the red, but...
So what do we want to do?
I like the teal Calic one.
Yeah, this one?
Yeah.
We
That one's
can
cool.
we can get it. Here we go. And I think if you come in subsequent playthroughs, basically you slowly unlock these each playthrough. Why does this keep happening? Well, we already purchased it. Wait, what the frick?
Did we get the money back? Did we just discover an infinite money glitch?
Yeah, buy all the clothes! Amazing. I don't know how I'm doing that. Like, I don't know why I keep going back in time. I don't know how I'm doing that. That's weird. I've discovered a glitch. But yeah, basically the idea is you're supposed to come in subsequent playthroughs to buy the other clothes. But I guess you can just glitch the system and buy the other clothes.
Nice.
Well, I guess we have extra money now. Is there another outfit you want to buy?
Could go for the red Guardian one. It's pretty nice.
This one?
Yeah,
Heck
just
yeah.
emanates power.
Heck yeah. There we go. This time, let's just leave. And let's put on our first outfit.
Yeah.
That's it. There it is. Here we go.
There you are. Oh, Alenka, you're beautiful.
Also, I love the idea of us changing right there, because it was like, oh wait, never mind, shows off clothes. And he's like, well, I mean, that works too. I also, one thing I really like about this outfit too is the lace part of it. Like you see, like on her arms, she has like this sort of lace on the arm part that goes towards the hands. I really like that a lot.
It's cool.
And the little, it's like in other places in the outfit too, like up here as well. And of course the stockings down here.
Yeah.
Nice stuff. You're easily pleased. I love this. I'm so uncomfortable.
Let's go for the middle one.
The middle one? Okie doke.
Yeah.
Oh, Heron, I love this. It's not like anything I've ever worn before. The material is so... Heron smiled at me.
Mandrale, there's no material on Calare as stunning, soft.
Ahem.
How do you know? Do you know much about Calixin? There we go.
A little. Oh, so now we can look at the comparisons.
Oh, that's actually based on the outfit we picked.
Yeah. Yeah, so
That's cool.
Lalari... Yeah, see, it's the court focused people. That's what
It's
I
big
was thinking
empire
of,
place,
yeah. Which one? Was it Hasper then?
I think it's Hasper, yeah.
Yeah, then I don't remember what the other ones are at this point, but yeah, Calaxin. As of 1012V, Calaxin, now formerly known as Vivietha, Calaxin is under Mordriere rule. Formerly under Kalic rule, the sprawling river territories lush with fertile farming have a long history of suffering attempted invasions. It is only recently and the first time historically that Calaxin has fallen outside of Kalic control. The Kalic ruled Calaxin as independent and neutral, a trait that earned them a stubborn and uncooperative reputation. The Kalic that survived the Mordriere invasion and remain in Calaxin have struggled to integrate themselves into Mordriere society, even despite the Mordriere insistence that they would be welcome open-armed into the fold.
To ask Mordrier or Kalik both, the Kalik are too proud. Flaxen farming has become a lifeline in Mordrier's food supply, with an interest to keep the farms producing without much interruption. Kalik farmers were promised much of the same liberties they enjoyed before occupation. Mordrier transplants struggled to find cooperation among the Kalik farmers, and thus settled the issue with force. As such, Calixen's societal climate is tense and divided. I love how well thought out this whole world is. Like, so much of this does not really factor much into the story at all, but it's still there regardless to build the world around you.
I feel like it must have been used for other things as well, right?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Because I would have to check and see if the author has done, like, other games. But
I bet it's like, they made this as like a setting for a D&D campaign or something.
Yeah, it really does feel that way. It's probably something that was developed for a long time for a D&D campaign, and then they made it into a game like this. I can definitely see that. A little.
I was reading about it just the other day.
That wouldn't have anything to do with Calaxin being the precursor to Edric, I'm sure. Oh, we're just psychic over here.
I want to know where you came from, Madrale. The color of the ocean.
Not my ocean, anyway.
You are the ocean.
She's like, I'm done, get out of here. Come back whenever you like.
Is he calling her a harsh mistress? That's
yeah.
What people say about her. A cruel and heartless bitch. Hopefully so. Dulier owes her a lot of Trin.
Oh, yes, do come back.
Alenka, do you believe my interest in you is disingenuous?
I was a little unprepared for such a blunt and sudden question. It had just started to rain again, too. An entirely unimportant detail, but... Oh, it's raining! Yes, no.
This is a difficult one. I don't think it is, but at the same time, it's just kind of his personality. Let's just go with
Yeah, I think she would also, from how we've built her up, I think she would go
Yeah, like I think with the flirting she would just respond jokingly, but now that he's so blunt, I think she'd be colorful.
Yeah, I was thinking like either that or the, oh, it's raining, like one of those two, but yeah, like this would also be a bit of a scene if we went for Heron's thing. Because there's, like, a thing during the ball where, like, it's shown that a lot of other girls have had, like, flings with him and stuff in the past, and that he has been known to be a bit of a flirt with other people, and so Alenka, like, worries, like, whether he's being genuine or not, or if she's
Makes
just,
sense.
like, another one in the line. Which she isn't, but it's understandable that she would feel that way and be, like, unsure about it. But yeah, I think, is a good response here. That's,
I know it's a rather uncomfortable question, Madrale, but... Well, if you think so, I would like to clarify what I can. Oh.
Yeah, just threw us back here. I think it's gonna force us to say yes or no. I
think at this point...
I think she might say yes at this point in regards to that, but it's up to you.
I think she's starting to suspect no. But
yeah.
I mean, the real answer would be I'm not sure, but...
Yeah.
So let's say no, because... Because we don't know that it is disingenuous, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, we can go with no. No, I think you're genuine in your interest. You looked relieved, but we didn't say we think you're entirely genuine. We said we think you're genuine in your interest, which I think actually is pretty close to maybe how she thinks. Is like, I think you are being genuine in that regard, but you may just like me just because of what I am, rather than who I am.
Yeah, and it also doesn't say anything about how she feels back.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Then there's no point in delaying the inevitable, Madrele. Do...
He reached for my hands.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I just... I knew that this was gonna happen, so I knew that scene was gonna get cut off, but every single time that event happens, I immediately think he was probably gonna ask, like, us to marry him, like, right there.
Yeah.
It's just so funny to me. What a silly man. A terrible sound burst through all of my senses and brought me instantly to my knees. The ringing remained long after the initial onslaught. It felt for a long time like I was trapped there in some endless recoil, consumed with the echoing sound, the pain, nothing else. Yet, somehow, unknowingly, I opened my eyes, the world, the docks, momentarily unrecognizable. I could only stare at first.
Alenka.
His voice brought me out of my daze. I turned to see him on the ground beside me, blood pouring out of his ears.
Oh, shit. Is everything on fire?
Yeah.
Alenka!
This time, as he called me, he pulled me into his arms, just as another sound burst through the air.
The hell?
We both cried out and tucked into each other, as though that would do anything to keep us safe. It certainly did nothing to stop the echo from worming its way into my ears. We seemed to stay that way for a long time, neither of us moving, and the ringing growing only slightly less intense as time went on. I became aware of how terribly hot it was.
So being called an artillery strike or something?
Yeah, we'll
That's
see.
what it feels like.
I felt him move and open my eyes again. I like the little addition of the blood here.
Yeah. We have to go from here.
I can't, alright, make it stop.
Yeah, we've built her tough.
Yeah, so let's go, alright. I stared at him for a moment, then nodded in agreement. He helped me to my feet, then held tightly to my arm. The docks were in chaos, elves bleeding out the ears, some of which limping, crawling, scrambling away, others remained in tight balls on the floor. Yeah, we're not in the best shape.
No.
Guards from the city were beginning to head in towards the docks. There were fires burning amongst the shipping crates. What happened?
I don't know.
His voice was quite intense. He began to pull me faster. Ulay's estate was not far. When the door closed behind Herod and me, we both went still. Neither of us moved, frozen, trapped in a bewildered recoil. I had no idea what to make of what had just happened. It made no sense to me. The noise was such a foreign thing. The explosion had been so powerful and come from nowhere. It was difficult to gather my thoughts, difficult to snap out of the trance, to even clearly recall what had happened, recent as it was, an effort of increasing difficulty with each passing second. I almost collapsed to the floor. Aaron's voice piped through.
The ringing is starting to fade.
Starting to? It had faded already for me.
Are you hurt anywhere?
Because remember, elves have, like, stronger senses. So he would actually be more affected by a loud noise than she would. In that regard.
Makes me think that this is a human attack. If they're, like, targeting an elvish weakness.
We'll see.
We'll see.
His eyes searched me over. I searched him over in kind. Blood still trickled from his ears, and he spoke too loudly, compensating for some difficulty hearing. If elves had more sensitive ears, I suppose it had somehow hurt him even more. I winced at the thought. What had happened, Heron? I heard desperation and confusion in my voice. Normally, to be so vulnerable would churn my stomach, but how could it be helped? And Heron...
I don't know.
He continued to speak too loudly, his eyes flickering back and forth to meet my own and darting away. He spoke almost aggressively. I knew then that he was anticipating from me something that he would fight, and just as I began to wonder what, it quickly dawned on me. Idiot.
I don't know what it is.
I began to fall, the strength in my legs blinking away in a breath. I did it. It was me, the Cuth.
No.
He was determined, catching me, pulling me to my feet, determined that I would not believe what I was quickly finding no way to deny.
You didn't do this, Alenka.
Of course I did. If not me, then what? What, Heron? Tell me what else that possibly could have...
Even if it was the Cuthental, you aren't responsible. You were just...
I destroyed, I possibly killed. How many were there at the docks? I've lost control. I've killed people. It's destroying me.
The middle one, I would say.
Heron. My voice cracked. Those people at the docks.
Alenka.
He gripped my shoulders tight and stared intently into my eyes.
Don't accept guilt before you even know the tally. We were alright. The Guardians are not easy to kill.
Yeah, especially, like, Heron was right next to you, and if you were the cause of it, and he's fine, then possibly other people are fine, too.
Yeah.
I knew he was lying to me, giving me a ridiculous thing to hope for so that I may retain my innocence for however long left I had. I shook my head. It was just standing there. It crept up, out of nowhere. I wasn't prepared. I'm never alone. I wasn't alone.
No, you were with me.
He pulled me closer. Heron, how can you... You saw... There's nothing I can do to stop... I felt arms wrap around me tightly. He lifted me upwards so my feet were hovering above the floor. Weightlessness. I held back a sob, only barely. This is all real. All of it, it's happening. It's not going away.
No, it isn't.
He spoke softly into my ear.
But you will master it. And you won't be left alone with it. I'm here.
Let me go. You can't stop it either. I'm scared, or thank you.
That one's difficult. Kind of leaning to the second one. And otherwise, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you is a nice one, but in this case, it seems too nice almost.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think whatever you want to go with.
Let's go a bit depressing then. Let's go for the second one.
What can you do? What can anyone do?
Madrele, we can learn. And as we do, we will know how to turn this into something else.
Hi, Owen. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? I love ya.
Hello.
It took a while longer before Moore showed up. First, Dule opened the door. He was delicate about, looking at the two of us in careful assessment. Eventually, all of my quote-unquote allies had assembled, which seemed strange to me, given what had just happened. Surely, they had better places to be, families or duties to attend. I was not the only one to think it strange.
I would have called you all if it were necessary.
I do like the fact of just having a squad. Like,
Yeah.
That's one of my
Rogue squad
favorite.
showing up.
Yeah. Like I mentioned this before, but I like the idea in like these visual novels of like developing like a sort of like
Like a posse.
a posse. Yeah, like I mentioned I think in a previous episode that one of my biggest fears about my second life as a villainess is at some point like if they do end up picking like one of the pairings to be the the final pairing, that it may cause like a fracture in the group. Like I would still want them to all be close friends like they've been and all supporting each other, because I just hate the trope of like, yeah, now we have a found family, but since the story is ending we all go our separate ways, and I'm like
Yeah, sadly it is realistic, but it's
yeah.
still
Yeah. Yeah. Big sad.
Would you? Our fate is tied up in hers, Dulier. You know what's going to happen now. We don't know who or what is at fault. Even if this was the doing of the Cothental, that doesn't mean the blame falls on Alenka. Oh, really? And is no one going to address this purple? Indeed, we should be very careful to clarify that if there was a fault, it was the Cothental's, not Alenka's. We were just talking. Everything seemed perfectly fine until the noise started. Was there an explosion? Unfortunately, most will draw the conclusion that she is responsible. And Golois...
Vidane's face went sour as a quiet hiss escaped him. What is he, a cat? Earl and Heron's expressions both contorted to imagine apprehension.
Yeah, they all start becoming like cats. And Link is in the middle like, are you guys okay?
It's like that Cat Cafe visual novel. I expect he's already sent someone for her. Any minute now. Dulier. What? The room is... I know. Alenka.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, the whole room is glowing purple right now, but it's okay.
Just ignore the radioactive toxic mist.
Yeah, compartmentalize, like we can only deal with one problem at a time.
Like, yes,
the
the
room
world
is slowly
is...
filling up with magic mist, but no, we have other things to worry about.
Yeah.
But think of our reputation.
Yeah, Lacey's eyes shifted to the door, narrowing in suspicion. Aaron caught my gaze and flashed me a bright smile.
Just hold on, Motherley. Eventually you'll be so used to this dance it'll get boring.
Nothing is boring about this.
Only because it's new.
I shot him a harsh look. I was in no mood to play banter. He slid closer and put his hand on my arm.
I'm here if you need me.
I know, thank you. Smile. Put your head on his shoulder. Stop touching me.
Stop touching me. Let's just smile. That's nice.
I smiled at him. It was all I could think to do.
We've seen stranger things, haven't we? I mean, it fell off a bit after the first season, but... Not really.
He's like, I wasn't paying attention when we watched it. I was texting on my phone the whole time.
Slept through after.
Yeah.
We'll hear what Galois has to say and decide what to do from there. He isn't going to kill her. Not right away. The city is in love with her. This incident at the docks may seem like a threat, but you know our people, friends. We are not afraid of loss, if that is the cost of power. And if they believe she did that, then they also believe her to be powerful. That is true.
Yeah, we anxiously
You have
waited
like
for...
a human nuke, and you want to learn how to use it, right?
Yeah, we anxiously waited for Galoya's next move. We knew it was coming, and we thought it would come any minute. Sure that when it finally did, many hours later, we were confused, even perhaps especially Juliet. It was merely a summons. I was to arrive at the Gahalian castle the following evening. And just like that, I was bid goodnight.
Yeah, just a few questions about the 100 dead people at the docks.
Yeah, Dangsy. I was not simply going to rest easy. I tried to fall asleep, but my thoughts would not release me. I couldn't bear it for long, and found myself wandering the halls. I came upon the sound of voices as I neared the dining room and moved close, keeping quiet. Wasn't sure why I felt the need to eavesdrop in secret, but I found myself doing it regardless. More room for subterfuge living in the forest with Vanya than may readily be believed. So I wasn't entirely bad at it. I hadn't thought of Vanya in a while. She felt far, far away. She was.
For all your for all your Bawan tricks, Onyx Chandler. If you keep yelling at me, I'm going to have to ask you to leave, Heron.
You know, it's kind of funny to me. I will point out this one aspect about the story is that it's proven that there's, you know, a whole Gahalian language. But it's funny that just while they're all talking to each other, they still tend to talk in English, even though there's nobody around that needs the English.
Yeah, they're all super polite to do it when she's there, but then even when she's not there, they still talk in like common. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of makes me laugh. Like they'll mention like, oh, and then they go off into Gahalian, but I'm like, why were they speaking in English in the first place?
Yeah, especially here.
Yeah, it's like you would think that she would go around the corner and you would just hear both Heron and Juliet just going, and it's like, what the frick are they saying?
Nisvalin Lelathanos or whatever.
Yeah.
Not a Bawana chance. I'm not leaving.
I love the fact that we now know that this means fucking.
Yeah.
That's what it means. Now we know the Gahalian slang. Thanks, Heron.
Oh, how uselessly bold. Do you think you're rescuing her from someone? What a ridiculous narrative to keep in your head. Less a rescue and more waiting in the wings for her call. It's only a matter of time until you've tried your luck one time too many. And then I'm going to help her kill you. Bum, bum, bum. It is, admittedly, mildly disturbing to receive death threats from Ernol's baby brother. My brother will forgive me. Don't think you've managed to coil your way between that, Juliet.
There was a brief silence, and I became aware of my pounding heart. Heron sounded so utterly murderous, and I felt as though I had stumbled on something that had been thus far kept hidden from me.
You're so young, and yet still too old for tantrums. Still, Ernol said you were passionate, didn't he?
But yeah, like, I don't think they've mentioned it yet, but Heron is actually, like, part of the assassin group.
Oh.
Because you know how they talked about that along with the army, there's also, like, the assassins, and we met one of them, and he was all, like, weird, and we fought him on the docks or whatever.
Aaron's like
Yeah.
a part of that group as well. He's also one of the
Oh.
assassins. And so he can be pretty ruthless and willing to kill and stuff, but
Makes sense.
when he's with us, he becomes all soft man.
Don't patronize me, you ancient Ganea.
Don't patronize me, you boomer.
Shut up, boomer.
Shut up, boomer. That's basically what he said.
Marula.
I had a guess. I was assembling a list of Gahalian insults.
Well, I'd love to keep exchanging insults with you, but Alenka seems to be having trouble sleeping.
He knows.
Uh-oh. Busted.
Spaghettios starts running like, oh shit.
Just lie on the floor. It's like, oh no, I was sleeping.
I was
Just
sleeping.
randomly here.
Yeah, just randomly here. I had
Oh,
no idea.
how did I get here? I don't know. I
was
thought I fell asleep on my bed,
sleeping,
but yeah.
Silence. I was surprised. I quickly took stock of myself, certain I was hidden. And then I heard Dulier's voice, now closer to where I hid.
Alenka.
Confused but seemingly defeated, I stepped into view. Dulier looked just as bewildered as I did, which I found to be a moderate comfort. How did you know? Hello? What's going on?
Let's just push past with what's going on.
Okie doke. What's going on?
Oh, Heron, this is hardly beneficial to her. Hasn't she enough enemies? You needn't fabricate any more. So careless your tongue, for an elfling in your line of training. I'm not at all careless with my accusations, Dulier. This isn't anything new. I believe Alenka knows I distrust you. She should distrust us all. I have never lied to her.
I love that you always do the snort. I was growing more
It's too fun.
suspicious. You said something about tricks, Heron?
Everything Dulier says is likely to be a trick. So much that it is painful to hear him talk. Painful to think that he may succeed in weaving blatant lies. And yet he offers no examples of tricks or lies.
Heron narrowed his eyes.
I will give evidence when I need to.
You have evidence?
No, not yet. It's just, Jesus totally killed his momentum there.
She's like, I know I'm on your route. I love you, man, but...
Completely on their mind.
Oh my god. Juliet snorted again.
I will give evidence when I need to. You have evidence? No, well, no, but you know, I was hoping you wouldn't point it out.
Ask, yeah.
Alenka, you really should try and rest. I realize it's a lofty request, but between Galois and the Cathintal, there's no telling when you'll be able to sleep next.
Heron looked mildly crestfallen, his shoulders bowed inward.
You murdered him.
Yeah, you killed him. We killed him.
Murdered by words.
Yep.
That's true, Madrule. Please try to rest if you can. I wish you the sweetest of dreams.
But yeah, like, so I just think it's really funny. Another reason why I think Ernal is a funny character is because he's kind of like in the middle of two conflicts. Because on the one hand, you have like Heron and Juliet here constantly like swiping at each other,
And then on the other hand, you have Vidane and Lacey constantly swiping at each other. And then there's Aaron just kind of T-posing in the middle. Like, oh god. Guys, please, I'm begging you. Guys. But yeah, I think another thing is that the reason is because Vidane and Lacey are, in the end, very similar. They're both, you know, more on the physical side of things, really good at fighting and whatnot. Whereas Heron and Dulier are similar in that they're more on the mental side of things, more of the type to, like, think their way through things.
They're social rivals.
Yeah, they're social rivals. So I think that's why, like, you have the physical rivals and then the social rivals, and then you have Ernal in the middle who's not either, you know? So he kind of avoids that rivalry.
Just being there.
Yeah. And then finally you have the aspect of, like, Heron is way younger than Dulier. And so he doesn't have the same experience that Dulier has. So Dulier is able to, like, kind of push him down as, like, pushing down a child.
Yeah.
Like, kids, you know, you Gen Zers.
Like Lacey and Vidane are kind of similar in that, but Lacey definitely has, like, the clear upper hand.
Yeah, because, again, he's the older one, has more experience, has more of, the life experience and whatnot on his back. So it's really interesting to see these dynamics play out. It's pretty good stuff.
If there's anything I can do to make them sweeter, I'll see you out, Heron.
He's like, get out! I'm gonna kick you! Go! You... I found myself back in my bedroom. It wasn't long before I collapsed onto my bed in resignation. Attempting to get any sleep seemed a useless effort, but there was nothing else to do. All I could do was wait. Hours passed. It seemed the night would never end. It was useless. One corrupt thought after the next. I could still feel the heat of the fires on my skin, and I was almost certain that faintly, very faintly, the echoing sound still rang in my head. Galois and what judgment he'd pass on me was almost the least of my feverish concerns. Whatever happened, if I had done it, if the Cuthental had, it was without intention on my behalf, and that was sufficiently disturbing a thought all on its own. No, sleep was not coming. A knock jostled me upwards. Despite the gentleness of it, I felt a surge trepidation. I slid out of bed.
Just imagined her, like, her entire body just shooting upwards.
Yeah, like, shoo!
Cartoon style.
Yeah. This house wasn't any more at rest than I was, it seemed. In my gut, I knew who was waiting on the other side of the door. Strangely, I was expecting them, though I couldn't explain how. Wait, what the frick?
Anya.
Why would she be here?
Wait, have we picked that? Is she actually there?
I don't know. Like, what?
No, I kind of... Can you save?
Yeah, I'm gonna save and see what
it,
happens. Like, why would
be
Vanya
so
be here? What the frick? Oh, wait, no. It's like now she's going crazy, I think. Vanya. Because you see the purple in her eyes? Like, let me see. Compendium. Yeah. I think it's, like, supposed to show that she's, like, going crazy. So she's not actually here. So, let's go back. That is so weird.
I'm curious to see where it goes, though, before you...
Oh, yeah. You know what? Let's go. Vanya. Are you going to... I don't remember what voice I gave her.
It's just like, hag.
Are you going to let me in or not? Vanya. I threw the door open. There she stood, plain as day. I had no doubts that it was her. Even still, my mind was lost for an explanation, and I could only stare. Alenka, snap out of it. We don't have time to waste. I'm sure I'll be hearing about this till the day I die, so there's no harm in delaying it until we're out of this elf-infested. But how did you... Later.
He took hold of my arm and pulled me through the halls. I quickly fell in line. Everything was suddenly old, familiar, and almost comfortable. We snuck into the main entryway of Juliet's mansion and started for the door until I drew still. The room was glowing purple. Vanya? My voice a whisper. She didn't hear me. When she made it to the front door and noticed I was no longer in step with her, she turned and shot me a scolding look. What are you doing? Vanya, the purple. What purple? Put it aside until we're back home. Alenka, come. But she opened the door. Beyond her were the Kahalian streets were meant to be, only a thick cloud of purple resided. She stepped right into it, as though only I could see it. I couldn't move. Wait! I tried to yell at her to wait, but I couldn't speak. Next, I heard a horrible gurgling sound, and her form melted into the purple. Melted. I wanted to cry again, and still I couldn't. I couldn't do a thing. Yeah, I think this was a dream sequence regardless of who you would pick. Are we gonna just keep with that?
I guess. If it's just a dream sequence anyway.
Yeah. I shivered in sweat. My forehead was wet, my chest hot. A rapid knocking came from my bedroom door. I woke in a daze. A terrible dream. It stuck with me for long moments as I lay in my bed, tried to shake the memories away. When the door knocked, I quickly made my way out of bed. There was news. I got dressed and made my way out of the bedroom. From the look of the sky, it was late morning. I must have been sleeping in. As I made my way to the dining hall, I was certain I looked like a wreck. The elves I passed were staring at me as though I'd risen from the grave.
Morning, Madrelai. Took you long enough, rabbit. Thought you might have run away. Imagine if I'd been sent to track you down again. Good morning indeed, Alenka.
You had a missive?
Indeed. He has already sent his demands. Don't worry, darling. It is not another execution. It seems that Grand General intends for you to board the Bastion and travel alongside a delegation for the time being. What? But it's going towards Lalari for... He's sending a human off to kill humans. Retribution, loyalty, maliciousness. Well, I don't know what he intends for her role in the delegation, but...
Bedane and Harris scoffed at the term delegation.
The point we should be celebrating is that if he intends to kill her, he's sending someone on that ship to do it. And that is a far easier thing to control than this whole island.
You know...
As a whole.
Toulier, I guess, is a positive man. He's optimistic.
Yeah.
Very optimistic man.
You're celebrating his sending her off to be assassinated? Really? It makes sense, Verdane. I don't know how, but it just does. There's nowhere to go here, and... Commander Kalipua, the Sega, Verdane, and Ernal were all scheduled to go with the delegates. Sorry, on the mission. It seems like our Grand General doesn't know what to do with her. He's trying to distance himself from her. Yes, this is all very good, I'd say. You're insane. Well, yes, but that is beside the point.
That's what he says!
Be that as it may.
He's like, yeah, well, whatever.
Yeah. My
My
mother had me tested. The Grand General has demanded your presence, as well as young Heron's by midday. Good. Let him try and needle you while I'm at your side.
Let him try, I'm glad, or I'm sorry.
Yeah, let him try.
Yeah.
Come at me, bruh.
I won't be intimidated.
Good. We should get going. We? Yes, Heron, I am coming along as well. For all the complaints I've heard from my cousins over the years, not to mention my father. I hated him on principle, mind, and I do love my father. Suppose I'm only saying that now that my loathing for him has reached personal interest. I would not mind if something catastrophic were to befall my grandfather.
Oh my gosh.
Let's not dally.
I love the idea that in his head, all Heron thinks about is either Alenka is beautiful or time to murder more people.
Yeah. Possibly my own relatives.
Yeah.
It'll be alright.
Heron smiled at me, bright as ever, and held out his hand. Take it or don't.
Yeah, let's take it.
Badoop. I slid my fingers into his hand, then exhaled. I could feel his hand relax in mine. I was thankful for the warmth. And I love that Dulier is just...
Oh, what? What did you say?
It's feeling so comfortable holding hands with an assassin.
Yeah. Heck yeah, it's like, oh yeah, we've been hearing about him wanting to kill people and being very legit about it, but you know, he loves me though, it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's me. Relatable. Let's go. Also, I love that Dulier is just kind of there and he's like, huh.
Yeah, he's just kind of the third wheeling it.
Yeah, heck yeah. Love to see it.
Good of you to come.
I stepped to Galoy's office and immediately felt I was certain to bleed. Nothing more. I had simply waltzed into my end.
I told you. In no uncertain terms, I told you, human. You were to keep yourself muzzled. Keep the Cuthental controlled. Keep it from harming my people.
I didn't. My mouth opened of its own accord, desperate to begin in my defense. Heron gently gripped my hand and gave it a slight squeeze.
Months with nigh a tawdry success. Reports of only the vaguest wonder. A bit of air pushed about a man with the force of a wyvern's wing. Nothing remarkable. But one while waste.
I'm so glad we now, like, out of all vocabulary in Gahalian vocabulary, we at least know how to say fucking.
And now this? Who do you think we are? You move against us so brazenly. You.
His hand gripped his sword, but he remained still, his stare prying, demanding. I didn't do this. I have no idea what happened. I had no control over it. Please have mercy.
None of these are good.
Yeah.
I guess no control. I mean, it's pretty bad, but, you know, it's true.
Because the one I was thinking was this one, maybe.
Yeah, that's the other one I was thinking. Let's go with that one. No idea. Because it is also true. I mean, something happened. We're still not sure what exactly.
Yeah, we don't really know if it was us or if it was something else or what exactly happened.
Yeah.
I have no idea what happened. I didn't intend.
It doesn't matter what you intended.
But didn't you say, like, why would you move against us so brazenly? So you were saying it as if we intended to do it. And now you're saying it doesn't matter if we intended to do it. Yeah. Make up your mind, dude.
I think his whole thing is just he convinces people that they're screwed and then lets them sort of clamber back into a position where he's not going to kill them. That's kind of his thing, I think.
Yeah.
It's the power move.
Yeah. This is... you know, dominance move. The silence fell over the room. I was holding my breath. We all were.
It is a truth most bitter. A rat, a single rat, is never alone.
A weak man. I winced, inwardly begging the Cuthental to just delay its incessant opinion to any time other than now. But yeah, it seems like a lot of this is coming from fear. Like, he's afraid of her and doesn't know what to do with her, as Dulier has been saying this whole time. And the Cuthental can tell that. The they're just like,
Time to explode his head.
yeah. You would let the weak squander you. I clenched my jaw tight.
You think I won't take you down, Dooley, Lousehurst? I consider myself safe only as far as the near future is concerned, Grand General. I am under no illusion that I will long escape your wrath. You assume much even then. I am willing to cut Galia in two. If there's any future for us, it is then that the rod has been cut away. That's a weird sentence structure again.
Yeah, Dewey inclined his head.
I understand, Grand General.
Galois scoffed.
And what are you doing here? Have you lost your mind? I brought her to the island. I believe that she is my responsibility. You wish to take responsibility for this? I do, yes. Were it so easy. If only Trin could fix everything. What a fortunate man you'd be. No, Lousehurst. This isn't something you can sell away. There is blood. We don't know what caused that mess, Grandfather. It is as likely as anything that Alenka's being framed. Shut your mouth, Heron.
You're the one that invited us here. Like, what the frick? You shut your mouth. Galois' gaze fixed hard on Heron, who shut up instantly and bowed his head.
Why would you involve yourself in this? Is it your father? No, my father had and has nothing to do with her. Doulier is the one who set this all in motion.
He waved at Doulier with a look of disgust. I got the feeling he had no qualms with using him as a scapegoat.
And you did not hear that I ordered her brought in? I did. I also heard that you had given her a temporary pardon. And you still thought to involve yourself? Well, I thought perhaps I might be able to help in the meantime, Grandfather. Help who? All of us. Disappointing. You're not your grandmother's quality of liar. Grandfather? Shut your mouth! The only thing I want from you is obedience!
Heron tilted his head, slightly wincing, a physical indication of the tightrope he danced on.
I'm sorry, Grandfather. I misjudged my role. I thought it was within my function and allowance to work outside strict order.
Galois scoffed. Then, regrettably, Galois' gaze returned to me.
You, plagued rat, are going to get on a ship and get off my island.
I didn't do it. Happily. All right. I don't have to take this.
Ooh. I like either happily or I don't have to take this.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, especially with the Lenka that we've built up here.
But would she want to be like, fuck yeah, let's get off this island, or to be like, no, I'm gonna stay here and fight you? Because she has been building allies, right, with the whole thing. Like the whole thing, that the strategy we chose would be more about staying, I guess. It's hard. I don't know. Yeah, let's be extra stupid and say I don't have to take this.
I don't have to take orders from you. The words didn't make it out completely, not before my throat was seized by strong, armored hands.
If you cannot even control your tongue, you have no hope of controlling this. She has a tongue, but only a tongue, Grandfather. Only a...
Is this how you saw yourself dying? His hand remained on my throat. I couldn't breathe. But this was nothing compared to the burn in my stomach, the sharp, screaming burn.
Oh,
wow,
wow.
we freaking died!
I thought for sure it was gonna be like the Cothenthal is gonna explode his head now. But
Yeah.
happily then, I guess. Yeah.
Happily. It was difficult to keep the spite out of my voice, and I was certain after hearing myself that Galois would take offense. But the spite was welcome, understood at least.
Then go. You will depart on the Bastion the day after tomorrow. And if I am a lucky man, I will never see you again.
I very much wish to never see him again myself, though I doubt we saw it happening the same way.
Wow. Never mind. You are acquainted with my granddaughter, Commander Kalipua. You will be under her command, and therein your scout under yours. Squander their lives as you wish. Their graves will weigh you down if you show your face on this island again. Do not come back. Do not step foot on this island again without my order.
That went...
Fantastically.
I mean, I died once, so you guys don't know about it, but I did die.
Yeah.
Heron rolled his eyes and once made to pull me a step behind Dulier to share some conspiracy.
He is out of his mind.
I love that everyone is just like, Dulier is a freaking madman. Like, we're all kind
Yeah,
of
he's
mad,
pretty fucking crazy.
but he's the craziest of us all. Like, Heron, who's, like, fantasizing about killing his grandfather, is like, I may be crazy, but Dulier is especially crazy.
He's on something. Yeah. But I'm glad, if highly suspicious, that he intends to send you off whole.
He sighed heavily.
He isn't an easy man to lie to. He sees what he wants half the time, and even knowing that it's difficult to shape it how you want.
I arched a brow at Heron.
Even knowing that, yeah.
Yeah. No worries. Some of the sentences are a bit weird. He
Yeah,
glanced at me and smiled quickly.
Reading them out before reading the whole sentence, so sometimes I just,
Yeah.
midway and then it's like, oh, that's not what it's supposed to be.
Understandable.
If it wasn't clear as he ridiculed me, Madrele, I regret nothing when it comes to you.
His smile faded as he stared down the road.
A gathering outside Dulier's estate. They've come to question you. Oh, I can feel it, more than ever. Fevered, everything astir. Oh, jeez.
The crowd outside Dulier's estate wasn't particularly large, but it was growing by the moment. I like this face over here.
Yeah. Something weird about it.
Yeah, this is just so good. I also like this face back here behind her.
Yeah. So creepy.
Not quite a mob, at least. No weapons were drawn, only faces full of peering curiosity, accusation, bewildered awe. One guard who seemed more agitated than the rest. So, of course, he was the one to say something first.
What did you do?
Oh, heck yeah. It wasn't me. I'm so sorry. Back off.
Yeah, let's be aggro again, because that's us.
Back
Probably
off.
say first, because we might get stabbed again.
Yeah. What fools you are. If your suspicions are right, if that was the Cuthental, what are you doing here? Are you not all warriors and you approach me knowing what damage I can do unarmed? If you seek a battle, I will happily bring it. Come again with your weapons drawn, and a battle we will have. And they're like behind her, like,
holy
oh
shit.
God. None of this was thrust on me honorably. I will not be honorable.
The Grand General has things under control. While there's no certain proof that Alenka caused the events at the docks, we will be departing Gaalia shortly. If you fear for your safety... How? How did you? Are you seeking revenge on Gaalia? I think these are just random people, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should kill her! Kill her! She turned me into a newt! We cannot allow this on our very shores. You be wise to keep your wicked mouths shut. She did nothing intentionally. Now imagine what she could do on purpose. Heron,
Julie gave a long-suffering sigh.
go inside. Take Kalenka.
Aaron shot Juliet a glare, then moved to take my hand and pulled me inside slowly. He was cautious, like he was expecting an attack before we made it to the door. I want to stay or go.
That seems really foolish to stay, but
Yeah.
yeah, let's just go.
I followed him.
3 days.
We made it to the door without incident. All packed? It took no time at all. The Bastion yet again waited readily to take me far away. Well, I can't imagine you've accumulated much. Accumulated more than any. The voice had grown very vocal ever since since we had heard we would be leaving Gahalia. Sometimes it spoke almost constantly, keeping me awake, distracting me from real conversations. It was disconcerting. We're only here for a few months. Months? It's been that long? 3.5. Why does an elf bother to keep track of time? Made a respectable mark in that time, I'll give you that. I groaned. I suppose she meant the docks. I don't think she meant the docks. I mean, you should have seen this place before you came along. Business as usual, passed long behind us and no one asking any questions. Not anymore, though. Now no one will shut up about the secrets forgotten. I'm forgotten? I pursed my lips. If this kept on, I wasn't sure I'd learn to deal with it. I decided to simply ignore it, at least when I wasn't alone. It seemed totally unfazed by my lack of contribution. It was becoming a little maddening. Are you? The door knocked and then opened. Skylar didn't wait for a response before opening it. Rude wetch. She poked her head in meekly, even despite her bold intrusion, her gaze settling on Calipoa in suspicion. When she finally let herself in all the way, she switched her attention to me. Calipoa's mouth quirked in a tiny smile. I do declare I want to give you this. Yeah, we did it! Woo! Best friends with Skylar! We did it! Woo! This is what you get when you're on her good side. She gives you this thing.
Unless she's giving us like poison. Who knows?
Nah, she just straight up doesn't give you anything if you haven't been on her side. But we did it! Woo! Woo! She loves us. She handed me 4 long cylinders. Some sort of clay packed in delicate paper. I do declare Igon. So let's see, what is that? What is that? Where is it? Where did it put it? Where is it? Lore? Freaking go. Oh wait, no, it would be, we got the item for it. Forgot. We have an inventory.
Yeah.
We got Igons. Let us know what the heck that is. She motioned at her eyes. I do declare, if you're having trouble with the locals, sometimes it helps to blend in. There are other things you can do if the locals are troubling. I'm glad you're leaving. I'm sad you are, but I'm glad you are. I'm mad about who you're taking with you. I'm going to wait out. Oh, wait, no, this is Calipoa. I'm going to wait out front. Don't bottle much. They won't leave without us, but they won't be happy if they have to come and fetch us. Skylar watched the door close behind Calipoa, then her face contorted sharply. Why are you bringing Dulier with you? On a warship, what are you thinking? The soldiers aren't under his trin, Alenka. He can't bribe them, pressure them, not with the same ease. You're going to get him in even more trouble. Slow down. Tell him to stay. So I didn't know he was coming. Get out of my room. I don't have control of Dulier. Are you alright?
Yeah, well, let's ask her if she's alright. Let's be nice.
Skylar, what's going on? She sighed, defeated, pouting perhaps.
You're all leaving. All of you. Ernal too. Oh, poor Skylar.
Aww.
She's like, oh, the whole gang's leaving and I don't get to come.
You know, this used to be my harem before you showed up.
Yeah, exactly. That thing at the docks, she trailed off, something dark and suspicious on her face. Skylar, I'm not happy about how this is happening either. Yeah, I guess not. Who would be? You don't get a choice in anything, and neither do I. I frowned at her. Goodbye, Alenka. Try not to die. Insipid wretch. Not a lot had been clarified to me, surprisingly, so I was a little surprised to see Earl, Heron, Vidane, Lacey, and Juliet waiting outside Juliet's estate, the whole gang. You're all...
Yes, all of us. Yes, even Juliet.
Earl was evidently not pleased with that.
Look at his face. When he's staring at Juliet.
Yeah.
From across the room.
Yep.
I'm not going to be your friend for the duration of this disaster.
Where's Calippoa?
She headed up to the docks already, making sure it's all, well...
He sighed. This one takes too much time to get to the point.
This one is a simp.
Heck yeah.
It's tense right now.
But better than the pale one.
They're all pale.
Yeah, like, what do you mean?
You have to be more specific.
Yeah.
Don't insult her for Dane. I'm sure she's noticed. Wait, Lacey is defending us?
Yeah. Oh, snap. As I said, enemies to lovers, let's go!
Yeah. I'm sure she has.
All seemed normal enough so far, except for the Cuthental in my head. I was nervous about whatever awaited me on the boat, but if everyone was coming with me, it seemed unlikely the whole ship was set for destruction. The lawyers went and murdered 3 of his grandsons, right? Are you certain? I wasn't. Does the Grand General know you're all coming? Juliet nodded.
When I sent for permission to board the ship, he accepted it immediately. Ernal, Verdane, and Lesega are still under Calippoa's command. Heron, I am temporarily under command as well. Grandfather approved my request.
I exhaled, comforted, even as I wasn't sure I should be. My feet were heavy, though not in a natural way, at least. The others walked ahead, leaving me and...
Let's just do Heron, I guess.
Yeah, we've already decided.
Yeah.
He pulled me close.
Look at it this way, Madrele. Out in the open sea, we have much more freedom.
Freedom is being trapped on a boat? Heron grinned at me and held his arm.
I'm looking forward to this. Is that strange? Getting out from under my grandfather's thumb will be nice for us both.
Yes, as long as this isn't the last voyage we ever take. Heron snorted. I was waiting for it.
Nothing is going to happen to you, Madrele.
How can you say that so confidently? He's an idiot.
We'll protect you. I'll be vigilant, if you like. I'll happily vow to never take my eyes off you.
I don't think you need to vow to do that. I think you'll already be doing that. Something tells me even you couldn't keep that up for long, Heron. Aren't you nervous? You volunteered, Have you heard anything?
Let's go middle one.
So, am I to understand you volunteered to come along? Heron nodded.
Of course I did. I wasn't going to leave you to fend off Juliet's serpentine advances all on your own. My brother was ordered to come too. There's no way I wasn't coming, really.
Yeah, the whole squad except for Skylar. She doesn't get to come.
Aww.
Big beef. You are coming as well?
Of course, Commander. Oh, wait, wrong voice. Of course, Commander. I believe we board right over there, darling. Shall we?
I suppose we shall. She's like, oh, what?
Your face is like, okay.
After you, Alenka.
You're gonna get shanked like
Yeah.
day one, but
Yeah.
alright.
Boarding the ship felt even worse than it did the last time. I had the attention of everyone boarding with me this time. I knew most of them blamed me for what happened at the docks. So they gave me plenty of space at least. I followed the others until something drew me to an abrupt stop. You were here before? The Kuthatal sounded unsure, his voice confused, frustrated. For the first time, I realized I didn't know. I realized that its memory and knowledge was not the same as mine. It was something separate, truly separate. I was relieved, but in the same instant, horrified.
Alenka?
The elves on the bastion stared at me openly, many coming to a halt when they saw me. Their faces were hard and intense, yet whether they found me merely offensive or offensive and interesting, I couldn't tell. Juliet wore his oblivious smile, passing it to me encouragingly when he caught my gaze. I realized I must have given something away in my expression as Vidane was hovering.
Just get her to her quarters.
You'll be staying with me, Alenka. I will be?
Ooh.
Yeah! Woo! Hoo, hoo, hoo. There's only one private bunk room on this massive ship, believe it or not. Nixie has graciously handed it over to you and me for the duration of this voyage. Oh! Except there's not.
No.
Big beef.
Rip.
Rest in pieces. There was only one bed, guys, but not really. We think it's best if you stay out of the hammocks for now, and besides, I'm probably the only one who has a chance against you if you go Kuthantal craze, so it's a good idea. Kuthantal. I can't believe I keep going back to the original thing. She smiled as though she hadn't just suggested I may lose control of myself and die by her sword. Calipola's sense of humor was a curious thing. Karen can show you where, I'm sure. The rest of you, Juliet...
Ma'am?
Calipola stared at Juliet, smile fading entirely, and she sighed heavily.
This way, Madrele. Alenka?
Yes. Also, we're coming up to the climax of the story, by the way. Very soon.
Oh, well.
Yep.
Did something happen when you first got on the ship?
His attentiveness, like something burrowing deeper under the skin. He's No, nothing. The voice has been very vocal. I learned something about the Kuthantal.
Yeah, let's go middle, let's be honest.
The voice has been speaking, sometimes incessantly. You speak far more incessantly than...
Oh, saying anything interesting?
I don't know. It comments on things I see and things that I don't. I used to think it knew things impossible to know, like a prophecy almost. But no, not a prophecy at all.
Is it difficult to keep your thoughts separate?
No, not yet at least.
Here we are. Are you okay?
Well, enough. Though I think I'm hearing Vidane's voice and he's clearly not here.
Oh, Madrele, you needn't be cruel.
I looked around the dimly lit room, exhaustion catching up with me. Also, it just hit me when the joke was there.
I didn't really catch it.
Yeah, because Vidane always asks, like, are you alright? Are you alright?
Oh.
Like, almost every conversation we have with Vidane starts with him asking if we're okay. And so when he said that to us, like, saying, are we okay? We immediately were like, oh, is that Vidane I hear?
Nice.
And he's like, "Oh, you don't need to be cruel like that. Don't relate me to that simp over there." I looked around the dimly lit room, exhaustion catching up with me. I hadn't had a good night's sleep since, well, I couldn't remember a good night's sleep, and I doubt it was coming soon.
Calippo suggested you stay in here for a little while, until we depart.
That's a suggestion?
Very much so, Madrelay. And even if it wasn't, I'll show you how to sneak anywhere on this ship. I'll be near, if you need or want me.
I stood still, taking in the swaying of the ship. It was only my second time aboard a ship, but even so, the rocking seemed worse than it had before. I was scared now, just as I was then. Even as much had changed, the unknown still beckoned from every direction, though I understood now that I was part of the unknown. I'd survived Gahalia for at least a little while. I wonder if I'd ever return to Gahalia. Running? Tell me what it was that has provoked your voice. I wish to silence you again. You have to hear me, as I have to hear you. What does that mean? An odd sensation overtook me, as though something was seizing me from within, stripping my control over my body. It lasted only a moment. It won't do you any good when you carry me with you. I collapsed on the bed, heavy as a rock. If I was going to be rendered immobile, I thought the least I could do was situate myself somewhere comfortable. As I lay there, my head spun with a dizziness of 1,000 thoughts, all crippled and blurred together. I couldn't decipher any one thought for longer than a moment before it faded back into the flurry, and it left me so utterly helpless. And you're weak. Was I weak? I was not. I was not. Allowing them to cow you, hidden in a room. You will stay here until summoned like an obedient dog, won't you? I exhaled, surrendering to the weariness of my body. For the moment, you walk into your death. The voice within me sounded so frustrated, and I almost laughed in response. A sharp thought became clear in the haze, and when it did, a smile broke across my face. Ah, I see. You can't do anything without me, can you? You brought me here. I was content where I was. I did? From where? From where you are now. What? What utter nonsense! I will show you someday. An exhale whistled out from between my lips. I was losing my patience, and I was losing consciousness. You don't live and die with me? When no response came, I closed my eyes. 3 days passed, and yeah, this seems like a good place to stop. Yeah.
Interesting to see where this goes.
Yeah. We're making good progress. But yeah.
Been fun so far.
Yeah. I'm glad you're enjoying it, as I've said before. I absolutely love this game, so I'm glad other people are liking it too. And it being free is always a good thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Alright, I'll see you next time.
Yeah, see you later, Rolf. Thanks for hanging out as always. I love you very much. Get some good sleeps, and I believe in you with work. You got this.
Yeah, same to you.
Thank you, thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, yeah. I think I sent out the thing for next VN night, so that's already a thing. So whatever we do for next VN night is whatever we do. And of course we're continuing this next Monday. But yeah, thank you guys all for joining again. Let's see who we shall raid. Sure to mute the site, cause is anyone live? Sure, let's raid Tildays, why not? There we go. Yeah, thank you guys all so much for being here. Thank you guys for joining on this another episode of this great game that I love so much. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night or good day or whatever it is for y'all. Bye-bye!